wee bit late, guys, but oh, we're live now. So, welcome everyone to Shooting Shit episode 79. And yes, there's been good stuff happening. But first, I will have to talk about games and the Twitter sale and stuff for half an hour, because I know if we get into the shenanigans that's been going on, we will be at it for a while. So I want to get the easier stuff out of the way first, maybe spend half an hour talking about games and shit, and then once we get off YouTube, I'll just let the leash off and see where it goes from there, because I've got an excellent video lined up that I need to play to sort of, it sums up the whole fucking day. So I want to play that, but we'll have to wait until we get off YouTube, and after we get off YouTube, then I'll play that video, and then I'll let you rip into the EU stuff.
Well, I hope the audio is sufficient for people who are not going to be seeing it at that point there.
Oh yeah, it will be. Look, of course it will be. What do you mean?
As long as it's not mainly a visual experience, as video tends
No,
to be.
no. It's all audio. It's
There we are.
It's nothing to do with visual.
I'm most excited to hear Dave's talk about it. I really am. But I was looking forward to it all day, actually. As soon as I heard that happen, I was like, yeah, I hope Dave's next is coming on, because this is going to be great.
Me too. Evening. Hey, so I've seen you tweeting too, so you've been having a good day of it as well.
Yep.
Like, it's just, even, no matter what.
You already got into it, you've broken your promise.
Yeah, I know, I'm a bad man. We'll talk about games and the Steam sales and stuff.
There's nothing on the Steam sale I've seen that I give a shit about so far. That's about it.
I know. There's Techno.
I don't give a fuck about any of this shit.
Yeah, there's Technomancer, which looks quite good, but it's on pre-order, so I need to wait until they review it, the bastards, and then I might jump at it. Well, no, it's an RPG thing that looks okay. It looks like just it looks like God damn it, Mass Effect or something-ish. You're on Mars and you have to fuck shit up. So that sounds fun. It's an RPG, Mass Effect, third-person thing. So I don't know. It sounds like something I'd like. And Overwatch, man. Overwatch is fucking brilliant. If you don't have that game, you should buy it, because it's quite good. It does need a bit of nerf though.
Multiplayer. Well, we talked about this last time. I know it's got training mode and stuff. I mean, the way Unreal Tournament did it, where you actually have there is basically a proper single-player campaign. Obviously, the multiplayer is where it's at, but
well, it has this.
Like that. Sorry.
It does have that, but it's not a single player. It's more like you group up against AI, but it's still the rest of your team.
Yeah, it's
human.
This is the thing. It's like, because obviously Team Fortress Team Fortress 2 you get through Steam, and I play that bit. It's like, this is going to take so much investment just to like knowing all the character classes. Can I be fucking bothered to do that? This is why I prefer shoot them in the face until they're dead games.
Right, yes and no, because Overwatch is 21 characters, and you basically pick 2 or 3 that
You're not convincing me it's any less complicated.
You like. No, it's not though, because each one is like.
Do I base it on which report gets me horniest? Because there seems to be lots of that around.
Well, there is that. Mercy is fucking awesome, because I'm good with her, because I was always good with the Team Fortress medic. So as soon as I went into the game, it's like, right, Mercy, I'll probably be good with that. Let's see what happens. So I've been getting quite good with her, and yeah, I've been able to get game of the player of the game with Mercy, and she's a healer character. So yeah, I'm quite good with her. The other thing is, like it's like there's tanks, healers, defender type ones. It's like a MMO with the
That's
characters,
pretty
but there's like
standard for a
5 or
class.
6.
That's pretty
Right, but
standard
there's
for
5 or
class
6
based.
different. There's 5 or 6 different heroes in each category, and they all play
Fine.
different.
But I mean, those are still separate classes. You may separate them into distinct groups: defense, attack, what's the other one? Support. And in fact,
Right.
that's pretty standard. You have different types
Yeah.
of support characters, different
Yeah,
type
but
of
what's
defense, different type of attack.
yeah, that's but not on a shooty game, if you know what I mean. Not in a
What,
first
like Team
person shooter.
Fortress 2? Or
Well, Team Fortress 2 doesn't
or
take
any
it
of the
far
many
enough.
Quake mods that were made
No,
back in the day.
no, this one takes it further. There's
Yeah, well,
more.
you see, this is what I'm saying. It's not entirely unique. You're selling it as
No,
this,
it's
and it's
not.
never been done before. I'm
No,
not saying
I'm not.
it's not a good game. I'm just saying when you said, look, this is like new. It's not really. I understand the concept, is what I'm saying. I don't need to be like. I know what you're
Yeah.
saying. It's got more of it. That's fine. I've not
Yes,
got a
it's got more of
problem
it.
with
It's the same.
refinement.
It's the
I know
same,
the
but more.
tournament did not invent the first person multiplayer shooter, but as far as I'm concerned, it's still the best.
Yeah, same with me. I didn't like Quake as much. I liked Unreal Tournament better,
Yep.
because it played different. But
Yes,
Overwatch doesn't play like anything else that I've ever played. Even though it's a first-person shooter, and it's weird. It's hard to explain how it works. But each character has its own way of getting
Blizzard.
around it, which is weird as well.
It is Blizzard, so obviously they've been, as far as experience in making real-time strategy with, having different units. How do you get around this unit? What kind of unit combinations and such are most effective against other unit groups? I mean, that's all. I mean, what you're describing fits perfectly into that mold of games that they've been making for.
Yeah, and they're so good at it.
20 odd years.
Yeah,
more?
and they're so good at it.
Blizzard. I think the original Warcraft, was that their first game, and that was out in like 1990, or I think
1995 or something.
No, I think it was earlier than that.
It could have been. It could have been early.
I actually, because at the time I was actually, my neighbour had like a little second-hand PC shop. And I'd sort of just go in there and work with him, and so I just got to rip all because he'd get like second-hand PCs, refurbish them. So I just got to rip apart all these different PCs. So one of them had Warcraft on the fucking hard drive still, so I played that. I can't remember exactly when, but I would have been in secondary school, so I know I must have been doing that around 95, but I don't know if the game was new at that point or not. So
well, it's not. I can't remember. Maybe earlier than that, but roughly, I'm in the ballpark. Maybe a year or so out, but roughly.
Because I mean, Warcraft 2 came out in what, like 97?
Yeah, yeah, they're early.
Because you can tell
early Blizzard games. Yeah.
There's a vast difference in obviously the quality. I mean, StarCraft came out around what, 98?
I mean, there was Diablo as well.
Warcraft 2 was probably earlier than that.
There was Warcraft, Warcraft 2, then StarCraft.
Why are we doing that when the internet is available and we can just look this fucking shit up?
Well, you could, but I'm lazy.
Yes.
And there was Diablo and Diablo 2. Look, Blizzard have been doing this for so long, so they know what they're doing. Anyway, if you're looking for a different type of first-person, sort of quite refined, but not quite, game, and you like shooting shit, then Overwatch is pretty damn good. If you like a team-based shooty shit online multiplayer thing, yeah.
Please pay us now, Blizzard. You forgot to put that in.
So yeah, no, but the only problem that I've been finding with it is people are dicks, man. They don't understand how the game should work, and there's this one character, or well, there's a couple that they seem overpowered, but there is ways around them. But most of the time,
it requires teamwork.
Yes,
and that's the one thing you're not going to get from random people on the internet.
Yeah, and it also requires certain characters to like do their job properly.
Which
and if they don't, so
unless you know the people you're playing with on your team, basically, you haven't got a fucking chance.
And it's like a raid. You know what I mean? You need a healer, you need the tank, you need these things, and they have to sort of work together and do stuff. But the other problem is you're allowed to pick the same characters, so you could be up against a team that is basically all guys that either build. There's guys that build turrets. There's a guy that builds turrets. There's a guy that basically turns himself into like a tank with a big fucking minigun on it. Well, a wee tank with a big minigun on it. And basically, if you've got to capture this point and they've set up turrets and that guy with the thing, you can't do anything. Like, if there's 5 or 6 of the people doing that, there's no way you can get in to capture the point. So it's a bit of a shit show. So they need to like curb that. Like, they need to fucking fix that. They need to not allow people on the same team to choose the same character or something. I don't know what they need to do, but they definitely need to do something. Because of course your other team could pick the character that's the anti of that character, to get behind the lines and sort of jump behind the lines and get them that way. But it never really happens, and it actually forces you to do that. Although you can change character whenever you want. Well, when you die, you can change character throughout the game, so you can change your character. But the problem is, you would have to be sufficient with that character to know how it works, and it's a bit of a problem. That's the only problem I see with it. But other than that, it's fun. It's good fun. I like it. So I've been playing that a lot. When I should be playing other games, really. Yeah.
I haven't really had a chance to play much at all during the course of the week. I spent most of my time just writing and rewriting my special commentary I was doing on Novo Gamer that I was then also going to record audio, because I figured I was going to give that a go for once. So I haven't really been doing much gaming. I'm going to try and catch up over this weekend.
Yep. What about the Steam sales? Have you fancied anything?
I haven't fired it up. I don't dare fire it up, actually, because quite frankly I just don't have the cash this time around to spend.
You can't spend it, can you?
Yeah,
no, exactly.
Can't use what you can't buy.
Yeah, but you'll get that Twitch, you'll get that Twitch. God damn it!
I honestly can't, because I'm still having to purchase stuff for a friend's wedding that's happening next month. So
summer will be around again in a year's time. People need to be more patient.
Well, and there's always the Christmas sales.
If you've bought a load of fucking games already, a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, I've got all these fucking games. I don't need to get some more Steam sale." This is what people are saying. It's like, just fucking complete the games you got first. I mean, that's basically my rule. I don't tend to move on to another game unless I completed the last one.
Mm.
I don't. I jump about. I'm weird that way, but if I get a game that I really like...
It doesn't appear to be weird. That seems to be how people generally go. But I'm normally, if I'm playing a game, I just stick... If I like it, if it's shit game, I'm not going to bother. But if I like the game, I tend to stick with it till I get it done, and then...
Oh yeah,
I feel like I can put that one aside now. I might come back to it at some other point. But it's like reading a novel, like War and Peace. It's like you might need to put it down now and again because it's quite heavy going, but you want to persist with that motherfucker because you're gonna forget shit in between, right?
Yeah, that is what I do usually, unless it's a game I can put down, and then I completely forget about it. Like The Witcher 3, straight through that without going to another game because I loved it. And then as soon as the DLC came out, I jumped on it and so the other games got put to the wayside again. What other game did I do that with? Anyway, most of the games I do that with, but there's some like Fallout 4, it just didn't grab me. I've played it a wee bit, but not really much. I'm quite disappointed with that. What other one? XCOM, man, I've had that for years and I dip in and out of it. The same with what was I playing? It took me a while to get through the new Homeworld remastered, which I've still not done Homeworld 2 out of that pack yet, but I've done Homeworld. I was playing the shit out of that, and then another game came out and I completely forgot about it, and then went back to it again. So I jump around a wee bit, unless it's a game that I'm really into, and then, like, I would say it's Overwatch at the moment, but then I can dump that whenever I want, because it's not really a story-based game.
It's a multiplayer.
My friends have obviously been pestering me to get it, and I've said you'll have to wait a month until I can, get past the wedding, and
You can get them to buy it for you.
Yeah.
They're so desperate for you to have it.
Yeah.
No, it is very good, but it's just, as I say, there's a wee bit of... It can be a shit show. It'd be better if you could get a group. If you could group up with friends, get on the mic, and go and smash stuff, because then you could really work out proper strategies and shit.
That's not have that.
Well, yeah, it can be done. Like, the whole system's set up to do that. Like, you can do that, but you just need to get a group.
I would have thought it'd be like StarCraft 2, because obviously they've had this sort of like team communication shit in their games.
Yeah, it is. You should just group up. It's like Diablo 3 as well, which was another game I fucking hated when it first came out, but they so fixed that. It's actually really good now. So yeah, Diablo 3 was a shit show at the start.
Is it still online only? Or single player?
Yes, but they've done it quite well. You can jump in and out your friends' games, there's guilds, there's a load to do, and it's really worth it. The DLC is...
I might have to try the old ones, because because a lot of people love Diablo 2, but I never played it. So
Diablo 2 is awesome.
You never played Diablo 2? Holy shit, that was one of my first online experiences. No, actually it was Diablo 1 that was my first online experience, and then it was Diablo 2, because that came out at some point when I was playing Diablo, and then we got that, and then I used to play with my mate all the time, and we used to go through the dungeons together. Diablo 3 is a bit like that now.
I never played the first one, the first Diablo. Like, I never played it, and I haven't played the third one, but it didn't look like I would like it from watching my boyfriend play it. But I played Diablo 2, and I freaking loved that game.
Yeah, Diablo 3 is pretty damn good now that they've fixed it. Before, when it had the stupid auction house and all that pish, it was crap.
I can't remember what I saw that I didn't like about it, because it was so long ago, because he was playing it when it first came out. But I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to attempt to play that, but I didn't know they fixed anything, so...
Well, no,
Maybe I'll ask him if he still has it and give it a chance or something at some point.
Well, it depends. The console version is completely different from the PC version.
He has it on his PC. He was playing it on the PC.
Right.
I don't know why you want to play a game like that on a console.
They fixed it. Right? At first it felt really like a console game. Like, it's really weird. But they've completely changed it. And it's like a completely different game on both systems now. And the PC's like streets ahead now. And now that they've got rid of that shitty auction house and the way loot works, the loot system's been completely overhauled for ages now. And then the add-on pack came out, which was fucking brilliant.
Really fucked up on controls.
They did a wee bit, but it's good now. I have to say, I left it for 6 months to a year, and then they said they changed it. My mate was saying it was better, but he used to love it anyway. And then I went back into it, and I was like, holy shit, they've actually fucking fixed it. Like, big time fixed it. And they keep adding stuff as well. So it's quite decent. I'll need to pop back into it, because I quite like my characters. I was building up characters and stuff. Yeah, I'm still looking for the loot, as Diablo people will know about the loot systems. Basically, that's what the game's about, fucking getting loot. And yeah, that was the problem at first, because of the auction house, and they would make money. The loot system was, the drop rate was fucking awful for anything that was decent, so you had to grind like a bitch.
People complain about microtransactions on mobile phone games. It's exactly the same fucking shit.
Oh yeah, the auction house was fucking awful. Like, the real money auction house was fucking awful, and it spoiled the loot system.
It's probably even worse, actually. Auction systems. I know World of Warcraft. They had they probably I've never played the fucker. No particular interest. But I believe they had one. I mean, the thing is, as soon as you introduce something like that, it's basically you've introduced the same economic problems as exist in the real world.
Yeah, but what they've done is they tied it to the loot system, the dirty bastards. So the drop rate was low because they wanted you to grind like a bitch to get the best stuff.
That's kind of what I'm saying, is that they manipulate the market.
Yeah, it was awful. It was fucking awful. But now they fixed it. They took away the auction house thing.
Artificially reduced the supply.
Hello.
Forced demand.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
So yeah, that's what they did, but they've got rid of it, so it's all good now. And it's quite fun, man. The story's quite good. The DLC story's fucking pretty brilliant. I loved it. I hope they make another one, like either another DLC to continue it, or another Diablo. Diablo 3.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've been just.
Sorry, go ahead.
We've just been talking about Overwatch, and then we got into Blizzard and how they can fix stuff, and they have the ability to fix it, because Diablo 3 was awful at first, and now they've fixed it. So.
Have you played Heroes of the Storm?
Yes, I have. I had beta.
Why don't we talk about the elements?
Access to
Why
that.
don't we talk about the elephant in the room? Mighty Number 9.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that got delayed again on the Xbox 360. I saw that. I saw the news for that. I was like, that is freaking, because like people pre-ordered it, didn't they? Like a bunch of people pre-ordered it.
Well, it wasn't just a pre-order. This is a Kickstarter that got $4 million. Sorry.
Kickstarter is charity. You can't complain when it goes wrong. It's not an investment. People need to get this idea.
You can complain when the game is shit. You can complain when the product is shit, man. Come on.
Well, you can say the product is shit.
The only difference between Rockstar and the other guy is how much money they got. You know what I mean? Other than that, they're both scumbags.
Well, you could sort of say the same. Sargon's game's nowhere near out yet.
He's cancelled it.
Good point.
Has he?
Yeah, he cancelled it, but he gave refunds.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. No, but at least he gave refunds.
He gave refunds. That's the thing.
That's the thing. That's the thing you do. If you can't do it, that's cool. You know, sometimes things don't work out. You refund the people their money.
Well, this is, as I say, this is why Kickstarter is shit. This is why you should never do it. Never. Just don't fucking do it.
Yeah, but I didn't know Sargon's game was
guarantees of
completely
anything.
cancelled, so that's
You have
something.
no guarantees of anything.
Yeah, I saw a brief note about that just on the corner of my eye the other week. But, you know, people were at least acknowledging and accepting that, well, if he's given refunds, then there's nothing to worry about, is there? You would hear about it if people weren't getting refunds, you would hear about it.
Yeah, but I never heard about it at all.
Yeah.
Like, Sargon's not even done a video on it. You know what I mean?
The basic problem is, if I was going to do the system, I would set it up as an equity-based one, not as a charity-based one, which is essentially, as I say, it's not like Sargon gave the money back. It's like, I never kickstarted, so I don't know if the the backers are happy with that, really that's between them and Sargon.
Yeah.
Kickstarter, presumably. I don't know if they still take their cut from that. But yeah, I would be going for an investment-based model, which is like, we want you to invest in your products, you get X% share of revenue, rather than, oh look, you can get a sticker or a fucking badge or some bullshit like that. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, if
you can successfully produce a product and I can get a percentage of the money you're making off it, I'll fucking have that option. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that sounds like a much better idea.
The problem with that is that
there is no problem with that. That's how fucking business works.
Yeah, I know, but then why would you do Kickstarter?
Well, exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Why would you do Kickstarter?
No, but
retarded.
There is a reason why Kickstarter has now changed its terms and service agreements to combat the likes of, your Tim Schafers, your Sarkeesians, Mike Newmanites and whatnot, that either go super late and don't deliver, or just don't deliver at all. Just don't complete the Kickstarter project. That's the reason why Sarkeesian's other product that she came up with when she decided she was going to leave games. It wasn't on Kickstarter. It was on a different service because
Seed and Spark.
Yeah, it was a case
ordinary women defying history. That was the one.
Yeah, she would.
Most of them were not ordinary women.
I'm skeptical at it. So far, I've done more with my alternate series.
Yeah,
that's the reason. That's the reason she didn't go on Kickstarter, because given her history and the fact that I don't think she's gotten as much backing with this one as she did with.
I don't know if people want to keep them being stupid. I say whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't she get like 200,000 the second time?
She got quite a bit. She beat the charity, I think.
Yeah.
Well, she did, but she got about 100 grand worth of large donations.
That's true. She had like this super huge donation, whereas the charity had a lot more people backing it.
Yeah.
I would say.
She cheated because they said that, he's been a misogynist.
Because she was petty. She was petty.
Well, I wouldn't say she was petty as much as she and all her friends.
Yeah. They were all super petty, and it's like, are you serious? This is a charity.
Of course they're serious. They're fucking self-entitled fucks. It's like they want to feel good about themselves.
Ideology.
They don't really give a fuck if anyone else has helped. At the end of the day, it's about their own sense of self-importance. They'll tell themselves it's about being great and beneficent to everyone and everything, but it's not. It's really about their own ego.
Yeah, pretty much. It's fucking awful.
And also virtue signaling when a tragedy happens. Oh, E3. Maybe now it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. Are you gonna address the other problem with violence? Some shit after the Orlando.
Yeah. Obviously, the guy played the world-renowned gay shooting game, which everybody of course knows it, and he couldn't help himself, and he played that game, and he thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to recreate this scene in real life and go down to my local gay club and shoot them.
Well, look, I've been doing that for a long time, playing games, trading up.
Nobody cares when people in Scotland die.
I know, that's the thing. I've been playing games for so long, training up and playing first-person shooters and getting really good at shooting people, or demons, or whatever.
I can speak from experience that anybody who thinks you can learn how to shoot a gun from playing an FPS is a fucking retard.
Well,
that's what makes me so frustrated sometimes. Like, I've shot a real gun. I've played games with guns. You cannot train yourself.
You're not going to get
to use guns.
Grenade.
You're not going to get good at shooting from a game. And
having excellent pinpoint precision with a mouse does not mean you're going to be a fucking sniper in the real world.
Well, you say that.
Try and tell that.
By the way,
yeah.
I was a good shot for anyone who's interested. Yeah.
Try and tell Brian concentrate at Polygon that, because that's exactly his argument from his article this evening that came out.
He should go shoot a real gun.
Well, it was
Then,
he was on about his son. His son apparently wanted to go to a shooting range because he suddenly got interested in guns, and apparently this was horrible.
Mm.
Oh, yes, so awful. He's probably going to shoot up a school next.
Yeah. It only took him 15 minutes to get that AR-15.
Yep, exactly.
It's the next step.
The only experience I've had with guns is like big proper air rifles, and it's not even similar to fucking shooting in games.
Explosive force.
And yeah, well, there's no explosive force, but there is the force of the air, and it's
the air pressure.
And there is. I'm talking about proper, like, not the wee shitty ones with the wee plastic things. I'm talking about proper
sort of wooden rifle type ones.
Yeah, I'm talking about big proper fucking things that fire the lead type bullet things. I don't know.
They're quite offensive. It'll fucking hurt you if it hits you. That's.
It would fucking blind you. I mean, it would maybe even kill you if you shot someone in the eye with it. If you hit a soft spot, man. Do
you remember Biker Grove, that episode where PJ gets shot in the face with a paint gun? I remember that one so well. It was fucking glorious.
No,
so then, of course, they left soon after the fall.
Powerful than a paint.
And then it became Ant and Dec, and then the Media Empire was born.
Yes, I remember Ant and Dec. Yeah, I remember Ant and Dec in Biker Grove.
And forever on, even though I'm nowhere near Newcastle and have nothing to do with it. Oh, so you know Ant and Dec then?
Yeah.
I'm from Durham, fuckwit.
Well, same thing.
Not really.
I know.
Look, even the Scot is taking the piss out of North England, saying all your accents sound Northern English.
Yeah.
Well, not really. I'm just having fun. Like, I know how it works. I'm just having fun because it's funny. Yeah.
Actually, I remember now. 10 years ago, you had Penn and Teller did an episode of Bullshit about video game violence. Obviously, then it was the classic of Jack Thompson coming out with it. But they took a kid to a firing range. They said, right, well, there's a kid, like, well underage of what the age rating is on the shooting games that he plays, but we'll put him on a shooting range and see what happens. He fired one round, and then he put the gun down, and he basically went to crying because he just didn't like it.
Yep. I'm not surprised.
And he also completely missed the target.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh shit.
No, if I'm ever in the US, I'll need to try it because I did enjoy the air rifle shootings. I obviously know that the explosion's going to be a lot worse than like an air thing.
I'll tell you what. From my experience, once you get over the first one, it's fine. You get shocked by just how fucking loud the fucker is. Why you need air defenders, and then you're fine after that. Pretty much.
Well, that's the thing. I think the loudness will probably be worse than the actual kick, if that makes sense. Because I know
you just put in ear things.
Obviously aware in defenders, but it's like
it will still be loud.
You still get that initial.
It's still loud, but definitely wear ear things.
Well,
like earplugs or something.
And if air rifles don't have that noise, but they do have a bit of a kick. The first time I used an air rifle, I fucking bruised my eye because I had it too close to the sights, and I fired and it fucking smacked my eye. So yeah, I'm used to a wee bit of a kick, if that makes sense. But I could imagine an actual proper firearm would have a bigger kick.
Busted your eye open. That is my favorite thing ever. I love watching people who've never shot before, because when I shot for the first time, I expected it and I did not injure myself. But like I love it. I relish in it when somebody fires a gun for the first time and they injure themselves because they're not prepared for that kickback. I love it. It's hilarious.
Yup. Like, I got a wee bruise on my eye after that. But obviously, if that was a real gun, I would have probably had a lot more than just a bruise. Like you might
do a little bit better because
massive black eye.
Probably not that much different. I mean, it would hurt probably more.
It would hurt a lot. Like at the most, like you maybe might get like a little cut, but you're not gonna like bust your eye out of your eye socket or something.
No, that's not what I mean. This was a wee bit of a bruise with the air rifle, so I could imagine it would definitely give me a black eye.
Oh yeah, it'd probably definitely give you a black eye.
But like now that I know about it, I'll be like, yeah, I should probably have
You'll
it
probably
further
be okay
away.
now that you know. It probably won't be so bad. You probably won't injure yourself.
Exactly, but I can say it's completely different. Even an air rifle is completely different than using the mouse and keyboard to go about and say Call of Duty or Battlefield or like any of the games. Like it's completely different. So I could imagine a gun would be a proper one would be even worse. For that different experience. So I can't see anyone playing on a game and not having any training at all with any gun going out and being able to like not be phased by it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or being able to use it properly. Like you would have to have used a gun before at least once to like go out and actually fucking I don't know. Some people are fucking psychos, right? Some people are just good at it.
Yeah, but they are
probably just go, and it's just dumbfiring, and it's not really aiming.
Highly unlikely if you didn't know anything about guns. If this is literally the first time you got an AR-15, probably for a start you'd have to figure out the fucking load the thing, right? You're literally starting from knowing nothing about guns. It's not like watching it on a TV or movie. You've got to fucking load the thing properly, so it's not gonna jam, because the things like the safety features, they won't even fire basically unless you get it right on any modern gun, right?
Right.
Because that's for your own fucking safety. So you've got to get all that shit right. So if you just walked into the place with a gun that you've never shot before and you think, oh, I've got it all right, and you fired off a round or attempted to fire off a round, you could find your gun is fucking all, and you could be just standing there trying to figure out what the fuck you did wrong.
Right. So obviously he's had some experience with that gun.
Or at least fired off a couple of rounds. But I mean, presumably when he went, if he literally knew nothing, you go to the gun store, right? Ask to go to the gun range for your chosen weapon, fire off a few rounds at some targets.
Right.
And they'll tell you how to do that, because that's what I did, short instructional sort of thing, and where you go into
there'll be people there to help you out.
Well, yeah, so you could do that, go to a gun shop, get the gun, try it out for a few, I don't know, like half an hour or something, and then you could go out and like start randomly just fucking shooting up people.
Basically.
Well, that's America's problem then. You know what I mean? Like, they would need to fix that. They'd need to say, no, we're not training you how to use this fucking weapon until you go through these checks, and then...
We do have checks. What do you think? We just hand everybody a gun, like, here's your gun. You're an American? Oh, every American gets a free gun. Free guns.
Well,
Americans.
I don't know what... No, we'll tighten up the checks then. Do you know what I mean? Like, these random shootings happen quite a lot.
Shut up, Cat. Let Joda speak.
They're actually already pretty stringent, because you had that situation... You had that situation with the writer. He was a liberal writer, and he was trying to prove like how lax the gun laws were, and it turned out he was denied his gun because he had a violent past.
Right.
He'd had a criminal record for assault and grievous bodily harm. So because of that, the gun shop said, "No, we're not giving you the gun."
Right.
The thing is that like a lot of times, like, there's already guns that criminals get. See, all you're doing is restricting citizens even more that have no criminal background.
But you could say the same here.
You could still get a gun as a criminal because you just go to other criminals for the gun.
You could say the same here, though.
Import of weapons.
Yeah, you get like all these illegal weapons imported. So it's not. I don't think it's a problem.
Build the wall. Just build the wall.
Just build the wall. Fixes everything.
Shut it down.
He's not going to build the wall and ban guns, is he? He might build the wall, but Americans are going to still be able to get their guns.
Look, it doesn't matter. You build the wall. You build the wall.
Americans for not.
No. But you build a wall and then you vote in someone like Obama to get the gun laws sorted out, and then everything's fine.
The gun laws are already pretty good.
I know. That's why I said someone like Obama. So you vote in Trump to build the wall, right? That stops the import of guns from Mexico, and then you vote someone in that's sort of like Obama that's going to ban all the guns, right?
Well, that's Hillary Clinton.
The problem solved. Right.
That wouldn't solve the problem because criminals would then have all the guns and the government would have all the guns. That's what would happen. Criminals and government people would then have all the guns.
Did we lose Twilight?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think so.
I've not been watching.
Yeah. We did, but
maybe.
Assume he has something else to do.
Right. Okay. So I will. Hang on. Since we've been talking about that for a bit, I can now stop the broadcast on the YouTube, and anyone that's on can go to the website now, because I'm going to play a video and I don't want it thingied for it. It's audio, don't worry. You go to the website at aerithradio.co.uk and you'll see a couple of radio play button things. Hit that and you'll be able to listen to the rest of the show after we go off air on the YouTubes, because YouTube's a shit show and they thingied me for lots of stuff that I've done. Yes, I have copyright claims.
This sounds rapey.
I have got 3 or 4 copyright claims, or even trying to be careful. I've still got them, so I'm not wanting to do any of that shit.
If you had that many, your channel actually wouldn't be running right now.
No, but I've let them go. I've not. Right. You know what I mean? They've just.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they've just flagged them and took the money. So, I've not.
What little there is, I mean, I've used copyrighted material as part of reviewing shit and so.
Yeah, but you can't monetize it. You can't monetize it.
I'm not monetizing anything. So.
Which is why they jump on it. It's like if you weren't monetizing it, it might be fine, but.
Well, fair enough. Now we know the story.
Yes.
What about how Aerith Radio got turned upside down?
Even we had a parody playing, okay, and it was made by Gamergate Sings, and it was a parody of Let It Go, and they flagged it. I said no, it's a parody, it's under fair use. They came back and said no, it's not. And if you thingy this again, we're gonna like do shit to your channel. I was like, fuck. How about no? So I never went. I never went any further with it. So YouTube's awful.
We need a new video thing that's gonna be popular, like YouTube, but it's gonna emerge one day because YouTube is just being assholes and everyone's gonna shift over to it.
But the point is, this is why we're moving over to www.aerithradio.co.uk, because censorship from the big corporations who don't let you do legitimate things under the First Amendment and the copyright laws set down by the FCC. So, fuck them. And with that, you should be switching off the stream at this point.
I am.